and welcome to day 7 of Maternal Mental Health Week 2023. This is the final of Mental Health Scotland's video logs for Maternal Mental Health Week for this year. So the theme for today is Recap and Reflect. I'm Emma, I'm the Comms Officer at PIMHS, and I'm joined today by my colleague Annabelle, who is our Everyone's Business Campaign Co-ordinator. And she's going to be helping me reflect a little bit on some of the conversations that I've had with partners throughout the week, but also she's going to reflect herself on the work that she's been doing as part of her role for Maternal Mental Health Week. So Annabelle, thank you very much for coming along to speak to me today. Do you want to start? Just introduce yourself, tell us about what's brought you here.
Yeah, so my name is Annabelle, and I'm quite new in the post as Everyone's Business Campaign Coordinator in Scotland. So the Everyone's Business Campaign was created by Maternal Mental Health Alliance, which is a UK-wide charity and network for maternal mental health. And the Everyone's Business campaign itself calls for all women and babies and families who are impacted by a perinatal mental health problem to be able to access high quality and compassionate care and support whenever and wherever they need it. So one of the biggest projects as part of that is the mapping of specialist perinatal mental health services throughout the UK. And the most recent version of that came out this week. So that's a lot of what I've been sort of focusing on as part of this week. Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about then what the mapping results said about how things are in Scotland?
Yeah, so well, the mapping, basically what it does is it identifies where the specialised services are located and what level of care they provide. So the new maps show that there's been significant progress in recent years with more and more services providing life-changing and life-saving support for families and babies and women across Scotland. So there's a lot to be happy about. There's a lot to be celebrating, which is brilliant. It's great news. But at the same time, there are concerns as well that remain, particularly in the areas of funding. So how much is being allocated, how the budgets are being spent, and how that's all being monitored as well. So those are some of the key concerns around funding. And in terms of access to service as well, so there's still a kind of postcode lottery that remains, and that's particularly relevant to Scotland for its rural and remote communities.
Okay, and do you know much about, from the report, does it say whether the more rural communities, is it specialist services that they're missing out on, or is it across the whole breadth of things? Do you know, does it go that far?
Yes, so it's the services the services that we're mapping this time round was the community services rather than the inpatient services. Yeah. So there's still a kind of, it's still a postcode lottery. So for some people, especially communities that are remote, it's very difficult for them to kind of access the services that they need. So
Okay. And what kind of activity have you been doing this week to try and get the message out there about it?
So, well, just promoting it on our social media channels and contacting stakeholders and people of influence in government who would be interested in the report, and just, you know, to highlight that it's been published and that there's hopefully start a conversation there, look for opportunities to work with people on projects that we might be able to kind of move things towards the ultimate goal of providing the services to women, babies and families wherever and whenever they need it. So just looking for opportunities like that and spreading the word. So it's been an interesting week.
Obviously did well to time it like bang on the middle of Maternal Mental Health Week as well. That's good.
Yeah. And how have you found this week? Have you been,
Mm,
how would you reflect on it?
quite hectic, quite kind of trying to get like, I think a couple of weeks ago I was having a chat with our line manager Claire about what we could do for the week, and I had all these great ideas. I was like, I'll speak to a different person for each day and have a different conversation on a different theme and do a video log. And I didn't really realise just how much that would involve. But it's been really great, and I've been really touched by how willing people have been to speak to me and to put themselves on a video for YouTube, to talk about to either the support that they give or the support that they took at one point, that they benefited from. So yeah, it's been good. It's been a good week.
Yeah,
Really
it's
enjoyed
been,
it. So.
I really enjoyed watching the videos, and I think there was like such a broad range of people from different organisations, and you know, help from healthcare professionals to people with lived experience, and it's been really interesting to hear different perspectives, I think.
I think actually that sort of came out of the themes that the Perinatal Mental Health Partnership, who choose the themes, had
Yeah,
chosen, obviously, because I think like the themes themselves sort of suggested who you might go to. So like
right,
when we're talking perinatal positivity pot, obviously I was then looking for somebody that had lived experience of
yeah,
a mental health issue in that period. So so that immediately took me one way, and then there's a healthcare day, and then there's a support for all families day. So I was looking for somebody that was supporting a slightly more marginalised group and everything. So that, I think they've obviously done really well choosing those themes, because
yeah,
it made it feel like a good balance rather than
yeah,
like
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, well, it showed in the videos. And like one of the other things I kind of noticed from, well, something that struck me from watching them all was the passion and the hard work commitment that there is involved in the campaigning community around this area. And that the stronger together theme, or the togetherness theme,
mm-hmm.
that was, you know, for the whole of the week.
Yeah,
I think it took on like a bigger meaning for me, because at the beginning I was kind of focused on that as being about the campaigning community helping each other out and working together to become this collective voice. And actually, like, it sort of touches every part of it, really, like
mm-hmm.
all the way to the families themselves, and how, you know, that it's important for mums to lean on other people,
Yeah,
and to lean on their partners, their family members, and, you know, to get the support that they need, and that actually together they can
yeah,
hopefully kind
yeah.
of work through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would echo that. I mean, several of the interviews, even while I was recording them, I found them quite moving. Um,
Yeah.
excuse me, some of the, like when I was talking to Kirsty about her experiences, and actually both Kirsty and Tracy from Crossreach, both were talking quite strongly about, you know, speak out, tell people you're not alone,
Yeah.
other people feel the same way as you. And that just kind of got me a little bit just thinking about my own
Yeah.
experiences as a mum. And I think that's quite something, like, I felt that what you were saying about the passion and the enthusiasm from everybody that I interviewed. But I guess in some ways it feels like quite an quite an easy area to be passionate about, because anyone
Mm.
that's had a baby knows that it's a hard time, and it's an
Yeah.
isolating time, and it's a time that is can be absolutely wonderful, but can also be really, really challenging and really,
Yeah.
really, really lonely. So actually, it's no wonder everybody's so passionate about it, and it's really a joy to get
Yeah.
to talk about it, and expound on it a
That's what
little bit.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
And
like
it's
really
even
kind
that,
of,
like,
sorry,
no, I was just
interrupted
going to
you.
say, on the note, when you were talking about Stronger Together and about like parents talking to each other and supporting each other, I went to a webinar on Monday. It was just like an Instagram live with
Oh,
the Perinatal Mental Health Partnership. They were speaking to oh no, that's terrible. I can't remember her name. I'll make sure to link her. They were speaking to a woman about cesarean recovery, and there were a lot of people had emailed in questions about how to recover from your cesarean, and several of the questions that people had said, "Oh, I'm really embarrassed to ask this, but I'm having difficulty going to the toilet," and they were just, even in that room, they were talking about, like, I get that you're embarrassed, but actually there's loads of people getting in touch asking that question. So, you know, you are stronger together, you are stronger talking about it, and like bringing this out into the light. So yeah,
absolutely. Like
seem
just
to
the kind of the emphasis on honesty, like feeling like, and having the, you know, I don't know, encouraging people to speak out and say what it is and reduce the stigma around maternal mental health, and like challenging that expectation that it isn't always the most amazing time in the world, which you know, there is an expectation that it's going to be like that, and actually there are so many different shades of experiencing motherhood, and you know, wherever you sit on that, you know, wherever you happen to be, that's okay, that is not wrong, and that we can accept that. So I think that's like a really important and powerful message that came out of the videos as well.
I really loved Kirsty's story about being, like, the first time round, being really suspicious of anybody that said they had this magical bond with their baby, and then the second time around being like, oh wait a minute, I've got a magical bond with my baby. Like, you know, it's just completely turned on its head, and I think it's just so powerful that, like, even the same person can experience it so differently twice. So so it's been a really good week, and obviously a lot of great content being shared by not just by us, but by a lot of partners out there as well. So if you're watching this, do go out and do go out and
amazing
look.
content across social media as well, like loads from, like, it really was you know, quite breathtaking just how much was going on, and how, you know, how much people are involved and committed to it. It's really amazing.
So that was nice to have a chance to kind of, I guess, debrief a little bit after the week. If anybody's watching and would like to find out more about the mapping exercise or about the Everyone's Business campaign generally, how can they find out more?
Well, they could email me directly if they wanted to, so I can put my email address in the description box. Or they could, if they want to see, like, I can send them the report, or they can go directly to the Maternal Mental Health Alliance website and find all the information there, the report, the maps, the summary, press release, all that kind of stuff. And you can get to that via the homepage. It's really obvious where to go from there, so they could do that as well. But if they just want to have a chat or find out more than welcome to email me. So that'd be great.
And if you're watching and you've got any inquiries about Parent and Infant Mental Health Scotland more generally, you can get in touch via info@pimhs.org.uk. You can find us on Twitter, LinkedIn and YouTube as PMIHSCOT, that's PIMHS Scot. And we're on all three of those with a combination of those letters, so we'll be there. And thank you very much again, I guess, for watching. If you've managed to watch all 7 of our videos, then well done to you. And thanks for being part of our journey through this week. It's been a great week, so thank you for being part of it. Thank you.
Thank you.